the next joint. It's a big block of tree roots there.
You aren't watching a colonoscopy, although it's kind of a colonoscopy, but for a sewer line. This is a mainline sewer inspection, and it's one of the most valuable inspections you can do when buying a home, and it's one most people don't do. If you get stuck with a sewer line repair bill, it can easily cost $10,000 or more. In this video, we are going to talk about what exactly a sewer line inspection is, why it's so valuable, and which homes definitely need to have this inspection done. Hey there, my name is Ryan Renner, a real estate agent with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, the Good Life Group here in Omaha. Now, a sewer inspection is a camera inspection of the sewer line as it exits the house and connects to the main city sewer. You as a homeowner are responsible for the sewer line as it exits your house up until it connects to the main city sewer line. So if anything goes wrong, it's on you to fix it. So let's talk about the inspection itself. In Omaha, I use a company called Major Drain. There are a lot of other companies that do this type of work, but I've used them most and I like them. An inspection like this usually costs about $150. To do this type of inspection, first, the inspector will locate the cleanout cap for the main sewer line. For this particular home, it was built in 1959, and the cleanout cap was really stubborn to get off. It might have not been removed for about 30 years because there was really no reason to remove it. Let me fast forward a little bit. When the inspection is complete, a new cleanout cap will be put on. It will look a little bit like this, and it could be a different color. And if you're looking at a home with these cast iron pipes and a cap that looks newer, it could be a red flag. The reason is because usually the only time the cap gets taken off is if there is an issue. So a newer cap on an old pipe could mean they've had draining issues in the past, and it's important to find out why. And that's what a sewer inspection like this can help with. Okay, let's get back to the inspection. Once the cap is off, a snake with a camera is put into the pipe and you will get a view of the pipe. The inspector will just keep pushing the camera down the pipe while watching the feed to see if there are any issues. With this house, there were actually a lot of tree roots in the pipes. You can see them on the video. It kind of looks like steel wool, but those are in fact tree roots. The inspector will stop occasionally to make a note about what he is seeing, and it's recorded on his video.
There's several spots that look like they're probably at least 80, 70, 80, 90% blocked. Would be a good candidate to hydrojet and probably cable and scrape the cast iron to the edge of the house. The cap doesn't look like it's ever been off. We'll review it shop on larger screen.
The good news about this home is there weren't any major repairs that needed to be done. Yes, there were tree roots in the sewer line that will need to be addressed eventually, but there was nothing major that would cost thousands and thousands of dollars. One of the big reasons for all those tree roots in this sewer line was there was a big tree in the front yard. Now, luckily for my buyers, that tree had been torn down, so there was only a stump left over. So hopefully going forward, those tree roots won't be a problem. As you saw earlier, once the inspection is done, a new cleanout cap is put on, and the recorded video along with any recommendations are sent to the buyer. Let's transition and talk a bit about why this type of inspection is so important and which homes need it. When you buy a home, there are some repairs that can get really expensive. A roof, an HVAC system, the foundation. Some of these repairs are actually easy to spot when you're walking through a home. Others aren't. Like, you might not know a roof is bad unless you actually get on top of a roof. With a sewer line, you are not going to know the condition of the sewer line unless you do this type of inspection. In a perfect world, there are no issues, but sewer lines can get clogged with tree roots, and even worse, they can collapse. If a sewer line has collapsed or has a break, in the best case scenario, the plumbing company can come out, dig down, replace a small section of the pipe, and it might only cost you a few $1,000s. But in another scenario, they can dig down and find more problems. When the plumbing company repairs the damaged pipe, they need to tie that new section into the old pipe. Now, this can sometimes be problematic because when they go to tie the new pipe into the old pipe, it can keep collapsing because it's old and it's brittle. And so they may have to keep going until they find pipe they can tie into. Sometimes that's all the way out to the city sewer. And if they have to do that, you are getting charged for every single foot of pipe that they are having to replace. It can get really expensive really fast, $10,000 or more. This type of repair is not covered by insurance, so that's why it's so important to do a sewer line inspection. Finally, let's talk a little bit about which type of homes are susceptible to sewer line issues. The most obvious are going to be older homes. The pipes are just older. There are some older homes in the eastern part of Omaha that have clay tile pipes. Cast iron pipes are also very common, while new construction uses PVC. Now, you might be asking yourself, what constitutes an older home? Well, if the home is 30 years or older, I would definitely consider having a sewer inspection done. Newer homes are less at risk, but I wouldn't automatically rule out an inspection. Another thing to keep an eye out for are big trees or tree stumps. If there is a big tree in the front yard or possibly a stump from a tree that was removed, it might be a good idea to consider an inspection. And just a side note, some sewer lines actually exit the back of the house. It's not as common. So if there are big trees in the backyard, it also might be worth considering. We also talked about this earlier. Homes with older pipes with a newer cleanout cap should definitely be inspected. The homeowner may tell you why the new cleanout cap is there, but the chance that they actually did a camera scope to see the condition of the pipe is pretty small. Hopefully this video was helpful. Doing a sewer line inspection is some of the best money you can spend when buying a home. Not many people do it. Don't make that mistake. Spend the extra $150. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching my video.